What's up? It's me, Haley Jones. I'm here with Pauline Joseph, and she is the amazing branding makeup artist, make you look better, make you feel great about yourself. She's amazing. Okay, so we're going to talk about all those things. This is the actual bio, okay? Because I know I'm not doing it justice. So, let's go. With over 20 years of experience as a specialist in corporate promotional products and a passion for enhancing natural beauty, Pauline Joseph has become a renowned figure in both the beauty and corporate industries. Pauline's journey began in the bustling corporate environments of Sydney, Australia, which is so cool. We're going to talk about that, where she founded Joseph Corporate Promotional Products before expanding her entrepreneurial vision to the great state of Tennessee. Now at the home of Pauline Joseph, makeup artist and stylist, she offers a range of bespoke beauty services tailored to the modern woman like myself. With a deep understanding of the corporate world, Pauline offers professional beauty services to professional women in sectors like banking, technology, industry, hospitality, and healthcare. From makeup applications to one-on-one tutorials and workshops to wardrobe overhauls, her services are designed to empower and uplift. Driven by core values of authenticity, empowerment, and inclusivity, she believes in beauty without boundaries, which is amazing, Pauline. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so, I mean, beauty without boundaries. We're going to get into this, but what does that mean?
Okay, so here's why. By the way, whilst I had a corporate career in Australia, I always did beauty. So while I was at college, I was an incredible makeup artist, like since I was little.
Yeah.
Always did that. When I moved to Tennessee, I just wanted to sit in my passion.
Yeah.
And do that. And what goes on during the process of a makeup application, me with women, is far more than makeup. This is why I do. So I do makeup applications, I do weddings, I do one-on-one tutorials and lessons with women. But what I do with women is additionally, this is what I mean about boundaries. And I demystify the beauty myth. I'm so sick to death of, we are constantly bombarded every day, social media, this and that. You need to be this, you need to be that, you should be using this, you should be using that. God forbid you've got a little pigmentation, so best you get laser or best you get dermapeel or best, no. So I tell my clients and I'm like, I want to empower you with the tools for you to make decisions about your beauty regimen and what beauty means to you. You know, the beauty industry is based on building insecurities in us and creating markets. I will not participate in that. So I'll grab a client who thinks she needs a 10-step regimen to do, and I'm like, why? Is this going to make you happy? I mean, and I'll give you an example. But I also want women to have the freedom to cherry pick and choose what that means to you. Me, I do Botox, absolutely. But do I want to get laser on my face to remove some pigmentation? No. Am I going to be on the front cover of Vogue next week? No, I don't need it. So
you could be, Pauline, okay?
Please, we all could be. I'm not a doctor. I'm not advocating for the doctor, but I will refer my clients to my doctors that will give you the information that you need to demystify this. So, for example, the go forwards now and the technology and the innovation in hormone replacement is phenomenal. I use a estrogen, testosterone gel every day and take progesterone at night, and that changed my life. Now, why that correlates into what I do is it affects beauty, it affects vitality, all of that. So I'm not just dealing with women on a surface level with use this primer, you don't need this, use this. You don't need La Mer, $380. Let me hook you up with La Roche-Posay, which is phenomenal. I don't mind if you get a facelift. I fully intend to get one in 10 years myself. I'm all for whatever you want to do.
Right.
But don't make out you've got this flawless. Don't be telling me you're 53 and I look like this because I use this product, because that's not true.
Yeah, no. What? Yeah, no. No, totally. Okay, so how did you get to Tennessee? How'd you get here?
So I'm married and American. I've always wanted to come to Nashville because it's become this center of music, art, food, all of that. I was intrigued. So long story short, we all put together a girls' trip. We were coming to Nashville for a week. So I'm on a flight back and I'm sitting next to this guy who turns out to be one of the directors from Tinder. And he's like, so what's your story? And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you should get on Tinder. And I looked at him like, dude, I don't need your Tinder. I'm good. Thanks. I'm like, I ain't looking for a hookup here. I'm good. I'm not 20. He's like, no, don't be a fuddy-duddy. It's not like that. You know, people are generating real relationships. 3 weeks later, I'm bored in bed one night. I'm like, So I set up a profile.
Right.
And I'm thinking, well, I'm coming to Nashville. Nashville, what you got going on? I was not, and don't get me wrong, I wasn't looking for anything lascivious or anything. I was just curious. I thought if we're all here, we'll meet some locals, we'll hang out, whatever.
Right.
So I put my location on Nashville, set up my profile, and I forgot about it. Now, with the time difference, I forgot about it. 3 weeks later, I couldn't sleep one night and I could hear my phone going off. It was the Tinder notifications. It was just a bit of fun for me, and I really didn't take it seriously. So Mac, I see him there, and he's not my type, and I'm not his type. His historical dating is a blonde, and for me, it's a tall but brunette, like a dark hair. Yeah. Just, I'm not this blonde. I wasn't looking for Captain America. We're chatting, all of a sudden it turns into FaceTime calls. He's excited. You're 9,000 miles away, and I explain, because I was transparent. I'm like, look, there's no long term. I'm just in town. Right. He continues to call and generates over a month where he's now FaceTiming me every second day. And it gets to a point where he's like, listen, I think there's something here. Why don't you still come over for a week? 2 years later, Ellie, 2 years later. And to his credit, he generated our relationship for 2 years. So now I'm just focused on what I do now, and it's working with women, and it's doing workshops, and it's advocating, and it's makeup applications and lessons and events and weddings and headshots. Like, we do a lot of corporate work. I collaborate with a couple of amazing photographers. I just want women to be the best version of themselves without being trapped into this fake vision of what they're supposed to be. And I don't want it to be, beauty is meant to make you happy, not give you more insecurities and create unhappiness.
Yeah. And like, for those watching and listening, you can go to Pauline's website and see her headshots. And I'll say, like, this may sound dumb, but I think headshots can be very hard to like capture somebody's personality. There's a fabulous photographer in our area. She's fabulous, but her headshots are more like a work of art than like someone's personality.
Right.
And you can tell who took the headshot. You know what I'm saying? And that's not and I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that I think it's hard to capture a headshot. And so I'm just saying that go look at Pauline's website, because you can see the people's personalities like in their headshots.
Perfect. Thank you.
And I think that like speaks to kind of what you're saying is like beauty is about like, you know, who you are and how do you emphasize who you are, basically.
Right.
Okay. So this is personally, so I used to be a teacher, right? And no matter how hard I try, like I have the teacher style, which I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. Yeah. But I don't care what store I walk into. I come out of there with a floral shirt and a cardigan. Okay. And I don't want that stuff. I don't want that. So what's your suggestion to somebody that's like stuck in a style or stuck in a, like, you know,
okay,
what do they do?
All right. Well, the first thing is book me as your stylist and I'll take
Number one.
Number one.
Yes.
Here's the other thing. Step out of your brain, step out of the image that you have of yourself. What I say to my clients is, who's your fashion icon? Who would you love to look like? Let's say Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
Right? She loves her look. I'm like, great. So pull your Pinterest thing and create a vision board and screenshot looks that you love.
Mm-hmm.
Go and buy that. Step out of your brain and what you've been doing and make a change. Have fun with it above all things. It's just fashion. Every single woman, no matter what shape or size or weight, can look gorgeous. It's as simple as that. I just want women to step into their confidence and their feminine energy. You can still be powerful each version of us changes with each decade.
So just a couple more questions. So like when does somebody need, I think everyone needs you. So like I'm biased. Like I think every woman needs like another woman that's like a champion for their own like personal beauty. So like if someone's like, I don't know, like am I worth it? Like blah, blah, blah. What would you say to them?
So long as your bum points to the ground, you are worth it. That. How's that?
Love that.
You are worth it on your best day. You are worth it on your worst day. God hasn't put you here on this planet for no reason. And here's what I do know as well. When we, and it's not shallow, it's not. When we look good, we feel good. When we feel good, we do good. We step out into the world projecting better. You stand up straight. When we look good and feel good, we're operating at our highest purpose and our level, and we do good. I've got some of my ladies who were so depressed about their weight and needed a lifeline or help. I'm the first one that's going to say to you, hey, I've got a nurse practitioner. Let's get you in to see her to do some semaglutide. Let's get up. Can you do something about these wrinkles with makeup? I'm like, no, you need Botox. That's going to be the only way to get that. And if you want to do that, great. And if you don't, that's great too. But I'm going to give you your options, your real options. Now, this is where what we do is this big cocktail. And this is where balance. And I want to empower women to make good decisions for themselves. Can we please normalize the fact that we've all got wrinkles under our eyes? And no concealer on earth is going to take that away.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know what also is bad sometimes is filters.
Oh, stop it.
Everyone's like, wow, you look so beautiful. I'm like, that's a filter. Like, anyway. Yeah.
And keep it real. There is nothing more beautiful than the real you.
So if people want to work with you, I mean, you do all kinds of things. Like you do events, you do one-on-ones, you have workshops, I think. So, you know, what are some of those hallmark things? And if people want to connect with you, where should they go? What should they do?
Great. You can text me directly on my phone number, 615-801-4661. Otherwise, please feel free to hit me up on social media. I'm just changing the email right now, so I don't want to we're changing all of that over. But on my website, you can reach me there. But social media, my Instagram is Pauline Joseph. And Pauline Joseph MUA. And you know, some sessions, if you're remote, I can do Zooms. You know, be surprised at what we can accomplish via that medium. Otherwise, we book one-on-one sessions. And, you know, sometimes it's a wardrobe session. Sometimes it's makeup. Sometimes it's the whole lot. And I work with men. So we've got 2 clients booked in tomorrow, overhaul their look and intrinsically have it be them. But for the guy as well, I couldn't take him yesterday, but I said, you're going to, because we went through his wardrobe. I'm like, this is abhorrent. He's also lost, and it doesn't reflect who he is. He's a
He's in guy. His rut, or not rut, but
Rut, correct. Yeah. Also, he's lost a lot of weight, but he still sees himself as this huge fat man. So all of his clothes are really loose. I'm like, no, you've got a great physique. We're going to get you refitted. So we did this remote. He was in Brooks and, is it called Brooks and something? It's a men's.
Brooks Brothers?
Yes. I sent him to Brooks Brothers, but I sent him to Dillard's.
Yeah.
And there I spoke by a FaceTime to the sales consultants, and I'm like, this is what I want you to pull for him. And they did it. And with every outfit, he showed me, I'm like, yes to that, no to that, refit that, do that. We got him outfitted. He bought all of it. And tomorrow at his photo shoot, I've got 3 looks for him, and bingo.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I could talk to you forever. I had like all these questions and we got like 3 of them. Oh my God, I love you.
No, right back.
Is there anything that we haven't, before we stop recording, is there anything that we haven't touched on that you're like, we got to say this, like? Okay,
one thing, like, stop being trapped into this Stepford wife syndrome where you feel like before you step out of the house, you have to look perfect. You don't. Normalize being natural you. Like, I go down to Kroger looking homeless some days. My husband's mortified. And guess what? That's fine. And conversely, I step out of the house looking red carpet ready.
Right.
And that's fine too. And I want women to talk more about what they're going through. Don't push everything. You don't have to pretend everything's perfect. You know, we've all got stuff going on in our marriages, our careers, our kids, our health. Talk about it, share, community. And by the way, I'd lost my business as well. I had 2 clients go into receivership. Everything that was important to me as a woman got taken away within a space of 2 months. I went to a really dark place, but with the help of friends, community, sharing this stuff, I got through it, and reinvention. And listen, I'm 56 now. I got married for the first time at 55. Everything's possible. That's what I want you women to know. My women, everything is possible. You're not limited.
Everything is possible, which I have a neon sign in my office that says that. So
good.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Well, Pauline, thank you so much. You are fabulous. And I just want to reiterate, go see Pauline on IG, on our website, and all this will be linked on both the podcast. So if you're listening, or head over to the YouTube to see the video. So anyways, Pauline, thank you so much.
Pleasure was mine. You are the most beautiful breath of fresh air. It was lovely sharing space with you today, gorgeous girl.
Thank you. You too.
A pleasure. And by the way, you hit me up while you do your makeup tutorial, all of that. Any questions? And this is the other thing with my clients, like, it's ongoing. I call myself, somebody tagged me with this and they said it 3 times in a row. And I'm like, no, that's my sign. I'm the fairy godmother of beauty.
I love that.
Consider me that. I'm in your back pocket.
Yes. Listen, I need you. Thank you, Pauline.
Pleasure. So much love.